to discuss legal matters and issues of national interest. Today, the topic for discussion center on asset declaration. But before that, I'd like to actually introduce my panelists, my esteemed panelists today. So I have on my right, Manuel Lambo. Manuel Lambo is also a level 200 law student at the UPSA Law School. And I also have on my immediate left, Victor Baba Atiniak. Yes, and also an aspirant to the position of the Law Students Union of the School of Law, UPSA. Yes. So, these are my esteemed panelists, and we are going to discuss what we term the asset declaration regime in Ghana. Viewers, you may be thinking what asset declaration is or what it's about. We are here to actually enlighten you. So the topic is that asset declaration regime in Ghana, it actually requires that every public officer must declare his assets and liabilities before assuming office. To what extent is this asset declaration regime actually effective in Ghana? So this is the question. In the course of our discussion, you get to know what asset declaration is, you get to know officers who are subject to this particular asset declaration regime, and it is also interesting to note that asset declaration regime is enshrined in the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. It is a mandatory requirement for every public officer in Ghana. So I'll turn back to my esteemed panelists, starting from my immediate left, Honorable Victor Baba. Honorable Victor Baba, who is also aspiring for the Law Student Union President of the UPSA Law School. Yes. So, Mr. Victor. Yes, sir. Could you enlighten our viewers on what asset declaration is, or the whole notion of asset declaration?
Okay, so thank you very much, viewers. As my name goes, Victor Baba. And to start with, asset declaration is, in the layman's term or point of view, it's a situation whereby mostly in politicians who live big and large in society, especially when they come from a humble beginning, they get into society, get into office, and they start living large, right? And it brings concern to the ordinary citizen. And due to the concern that it brings, because of the gossips that go around, lawmakers themselves, in their own view, sat down and decided to make the law, took it into consideration to make law in such a way that public officers who come into office, they are supposed to declare whatever asset or property they had prior to becoming into that particular office, in order not to raise that kind of suspicion. So if you were doing well in business, fine. There's nothing wrong being rich before coming into politics. But the problem is, if you should come into political power or political office, and then you end up becoming a very rich man afterwards, that is where the problem is. So asset declaration, it was established in Article 286 of the 1992 Constitution, right? That public officials, which is defined in the Article 288 of the 92 Constitution of Ghana, about the public officers being heads of corporation or people whose work is of interest to the public, right? Yes, so that asset declaration came about of such effects, actually. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Mr. Victor.
Thank you.
Emmanuel, please could you also throw more light on asset declaration?
Right, thank you very much. Mr. Victor has already said it all, right? When you say asset declaration, it simply means that a public officer coming into power declaring what he had before attaining the office. So it might be that you had businesses like four or five, then you came into power. At the end of your power, maybe 4 years later, after your power, you have to still declare what you had. So if you come and then declare, and then the people say that, oh no, with the time you spent in the office, you've attained more than you should. The people should be able to hold you accountable. So that's all about asset declaration again. But then that asset declaration is also stated in the constitution as well as the 286. So going forward, we get to know more things in it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my esteemed panelists. Viewers, I hope by now you've had a fair idea of what asset declaration is. That public officers, our ministers, our presidents, our members of parliament, our DCs, they are required or mandated under the 1992 Constitution, in accordance with Article 286, to declare their assets and their liabilities before assuming office and afterwards leaving office. So the main issue here is that its asset declaration actually effective in Ghana. The fight against this entrenched counter corruption. Mr. Victor,
Yes.
we've already established that asset declaration in Ghana or the laws governing asset declaration is not effective, or it's not too effective. We'd like to hear from you. I would like to get proposals from you as to what we should actually incorporate in our laws to actually make the asset declaration regime more effective.
So, as I still stated earlier, there is nowhere in the 1992 Constitution which actually spells out punishment for failure to declare your assets, hence making it ineffective. That's with the Constitution. And according to hierarchy of law, the Constitution is what? The superior, the grand norm, as we call it, which has actually failed. But also, there is Act 550. And when you go to Section 8 of Act 550, it clearly spells out the fact that failure to declare your assets will actually incur the punishment of a fine. So imagine if a public official has stolen millions of cedis and he is paying something small as a fine. Do you think it is going to be that effective for this particular person to actually take it serious? Because it's like peanuts that he's paying as fine for the failure to declare his assets.
He's even using part of his money to pay.
Exactly. He's even using part of that money to even pay it. So hence, it is actually making it effective. But for we to make it effective, right, it has to have a very aggressive approach. And with that, it starts from all of us, everybody, whether public officials or not. And the public officials, the members of parliament, those who actually make the laws, it actually affects them.
Yes.
Do you think they will actually make a law that will actually have an effect on them? No. Because they themselves, they know, right, that no, if I should make a law which will affect me so badly, I cannot steal and make more. You understand? So hence, we have to find a different approach. But particularly, if I should recommend, in my personal perspective, I think the courts are there. They can make precedents rule for us based on this. You understand? And also, if not, we can have an independent body which will be charged solely with doing such a thing. You understand? Which will be charged solely by working on it, an independent body. We can, the National Development Planning Commission is there. They can take it up and plan it and then add it to it and reinforce it. That no matter who you are, whether you are the president or anybody, we are subject to the Constitution. So hence, failure to apply, then the consequences will follow them.
Thank you very much, Honorable Victor.
Yes.
So far, so good. We'll be able to discuss asset declaration. You guys, my viewers, will be able to learn what or know about asset declaration and how public officers or category of public officers who are actually mandated by the Constitution to declare their assets before they assume office. And after they leave office, they have to also declare their assets. And important to know that the asset declaration laws in Ghana are actually not effective. And my esteemed panelists here have given their proposal that the punitive sanctions attached to this asset declaration should be more strict other than fine. Once again, my name is Walter Awala, and I'm 200 student at the University of School. And this is the Pinpoint TV on YouTube. Kindly subscribe and share to your friends. We'll be giving you more legal issues, enlightening you about different areas of the law where you actually need to know. Thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe.
So,